Do you believe in and support the right of public school employees to organize and bargain collectively? How will you work to maintain and strengthen employees' rights, including bargaining changes in job descriptions and assignments, healthcare, and pensions?
Okay. So, first question, yes, I do believe in that. That's a right. Again, I look at everything. I'm really fortunate to have a son who has an IEP, so I always look at stuff as like an IEP as a contract. Um, and so I would look at contracts. I would be able to say how. So the second part is how will you work to maintain and strengthen employee rights? Working with you closely with you guys. Now, I'm saying all this and it seems pretty simple, and I don't, and that's why frustration now is like, this is simple stuff. Why can't we do this simple stuff? Um, and with you guys, understanding what the contract says. The board and the district need to be held accountable. So I would be transparent with you guys, also go, okay, if this is the contract between us, how can we, and if it needs to be changed, just like an IEP, if there needs to be goal changes and stuff like that, we need to work on that together, because it's not about us. It's really about the students. And so I believe in good healthcare and pension. I believe in that is something that we all need, and so I would look at the assignments. I would work with the teachers and the people in my district and the administrative staff and go, what is really going on? How can we support you guys? Because you guys support our students. So I would want, definitely, I've been in the hospitality industry, right? I went to culinary school. My story is that I didn't go to a 4-year university because I was a trade school kind of person. I had a great counselor who brought me to Rhode Island. I went to culinary art school. And so I always look at stuff like that. I've always been in the service industry. And so being in the service industry is that I need to somehow be able to commit to helping you guys to have the best outcome possible. And so I would work and look at the contract and just go, what can we do to keep us accountable? Because if keeping us accountable, that's what I'm frustrated about as a parent, is like, what is, and so as okay, I know I've been over time, but okay, I'm done.
Do you believe in and support the right of public school employees to organize and bargain collectively? How will you work to maintain and strengthen employees' rights, including bargaining changes in job descriptions and assignments, healthcare, and pensions?
I absolutely agree with that. I mean, I think it's foundational to our country that we have strong labor unions and collective bargaining units, and I think it's an important part of what makes school districts effective and accountable to the community, is to have teachers who are part of that kind of a union, so that they're protected, and so that they have the opportunity to contribute to the things that you articulated, the job descriptions, health benefits, and pension things, and so forth. Um, I think the things that I would focus on, I think, are yeah, there are districts where I've seen examples of really effective relationships between the bargaining unit and the district management. And San Jose Unified in particular comes to mind. It's a district that has a very strong uh, union, and that union has a very strong and effective relationship with management, and they're able to do some of those kinds of things. They've built trust over 20 years or so in order to be able to have that kind of relationship. And I think I would love to see OUSD's administration build some kind of a bridge to OEA's leadership that allows for the emergence of that same kind of collaboration and willingness to work together and focus on collaboratively bargaining for better salaries, better job descriptions, better pensions, better benefits, so that everybody is winning in that situation. And I think it is possible for us to build that kind of relationship in Oakland. It takes a school board who's willing to hold the administration accountable for those kinds of relationships. And I think a school board, through working through the superintendent, can really say, this is something that we need to work towards, building that kind of a relationship between OEA and OUSD administration. And I think working towards that goal will lead to better outcomes and a stronger relationship with the collective bargaining.
Do you believe in and support the right of public school employees to organize and bargain collectively? How will you work to maintain and strengthen employees' rights, including bargaining changes in job descriptions and assignments, healthcare, and pensions?
Okay. Yes, I believe in unions. Not cross union lines. I come from a union family. It's just not something that we do. Everyone has the right to organize, and especially when it's for the benefits for our students and for the staff. We live in an area that the economics do not meet the means of the salaries that are coming into them. And so everyone has the right for compensation for living wages, and not just retro living wages that worked some years ago and don't work now, but of current living wages. And that needs to be implemented not just now, but like right now. Um, for our pensions and health cares, I mean, you pay into a system. The system needs to be able to be there for you when you retire or at your need of or medical need, whatever that may be. And all of that has to be in place for you. As teachers, staff, TAs, janitorial staff, everyone, you need to have your money that you paid into. It's your legal right. And and for that, I was always support that. I don't believe that the teachers fund is exasperating the cost of why we have to cut school sizes or cut school resources, anything like that. I mean, you guys, you've all done everything that you needed to do, and it's up to us to make sure that you have the money when it's needed for you, you have accessible housing when it's needed for you, you have able to pay your bills and everything like that. We can't have teachers or administrators or anyone who are part of our staff that supports our students who are drained financially and can't support themselves or even feed themselves. It doesn't make any sense. And we need you to be as best as you can be to support our students and to support each other. I mean, it's not easy being in staffed in OUSD, but we want to make it a more community based place to work and place to live and place to thrive for yourselves.
Thank you.
Um, do you believe in and support the right of public school employees to organize and to bargain collectively? How will you work to maintain and strengthen employee rights, including bargaining changes in job descriptions and assignments, healthcare, and pensions?
Okay, yes. That is a yes. As a union member for the local as well as statewide, I 100% believe that unions should bargain for their rights. For example, what we're going through today, this pandemic, like bargaining for our health care, bargaining for our salaries is very vital. And so we really need to utilize these opportunities to make sure that our members are covered, all educators are covered from a healthcare perspective, as well as a salary perspective. That's really important. So I think that's very much a part of it. We have you have a right to strike. I feel it's my job as a board member to listen to you. If you need to strike, we're not doing the job, you should have a right to strike. There is no way possible that you should be bargaining for years and years and years for a contract. I think that is just insulting, and enough should be enough. As a union member, I would say go on strike. I will support the educators. That is my job to do so. I think that there's a collective good for us to work together. For parents to include to being part of the budget, I think that's expected as well. Let's see here. I need to look at the rest of it. To maintain strength, public rights, job descriptions. So in addition, pensions. In addition, we really need to strengthen the pensions of our particular community as well.
And do you believe in and support the right of public school employees to organize and to bargain collectively? And how will you work to maintain and strengthen employee rights, including bargaining, changes in job descriptions and assignments, healthcare, and pensions?
Okay, so this is really important, that having been an OEA member from day one, even as a substitute, this is right. It's the most important protection that teachers have is their union. But this is also true of the custodians unions. This is also true of all the classified workers. This is our strength against, and even if you have a benevolent school board that wants to do the right thing, everything needs to be put in terms of it being a union right, a negotiated memorandum of understanding or part of the contract, that it has to apply to everybody and everybody has to follow it. So I do mean knowing that it's expensive, and it is expensive. The pensions are going to be expensive. Healthcare is expensive, but healthcare is not so expensive that we haven't been able to work out a way that everybody can be covered. And I just want to say that I know that the school district stole the $9 million that heebie-jeebie had in our savings account so that we wouldn't have to be having to pay premiums, because we saved so much money by doing it as a collective bargaining. Everything needs to be run by policy and not by what's been the bugaboo of the Oakland schools for years, which is this cronyism and nepotism. Okay.
Thank you.